Today's Thursday, uh, February 3rd, 2021. Oh, I've just been thinking I want to make a video uh, talking more about, how life changed for me in the past several years, and some of the things that made very impactful imprints on this change. So, my overdose, as I've said in another video, the most previous overdose, when things got real for me, kind of put me into a different mind gear. I came home, and after being in the hospital, doing what happened, um, I came home and I wanted to stay home with my dog. I wanted to get sober, let my family look at me a little different after 40 years of just a raging addict. Irresponsible choices, consequences, collateral damage to my actions, hurt, pain, all that I had caused. So after I come home, I started getting sober, and then I started playing with meditation. And meditation started making a pretty big impact. Um, I continued on, and I was stumbling. I didn't have a routine that I practiced. I didn't have the dedication, the commitment that I needed. But I was seeing something. Okay. Uh, then I had another hospital event with intestinal distress, and it brought me to more insight to how I wanted to stay home. I wanted to improve my health. So in that sense, I started studying on how to help the IBS, the inflammation in the colon, all that, and I discovered meditation was linked to having a great impact. And then I started working on my health. I had to get things in order with being paralyzed. The heavier I got with the soda drinking, the harder it is on my arms. I had a lot of damage done in my arms, so it's not really something I could afford if I wanted to stay home. So, so I stopped drinking soda. That was one of the first things, and I had a hard time with that. I was addicted to Coca-Cola. Uh, and I was drinking over 2 liter a day, and I've got one kidney, and so all the infections I got with all that I just been ignoring with everything else as my time as an addict, and with the injury that happened and the loss of sense of purpose to do anything, let alone help myself. Um, so then I was working on that. I came across some magic mushrooms, and I have not used them since I was a kid. But I had been learning more of how that's connected to some of the same things that meditation does to the mind, with the default mode and a bunch of other amygdala and all this neuroscience stuff that interested me with my psychology background. I started learning more, and I had an experience that I was interconnected, and this is common. This is something that most people that have these experiences, and I'm not talking about going out and partying with your friends, or not even so much as having lights flashing or visual things. It's about self actualization for many of us, and personal growth. So anyway, it expanded my consciousness, so to say. I became more aware of me. I started being aware of my behaviors, my actions, the impacts it had on other people, and I didn't like it. I didn't like who I'd been my whole life. I didn't like it. I'm not that kind of person inside. I was raised good, despite all my behaviors and mistakes. I was raised good. I was raised with love. All the hardships that I've had in my life, based on decisions I've made, choices that I took no consideration of logic or rationality or common sense. I'm not stupid. I know this, but I can look at some of the shit that I've done and be like, this dude here. And so pulling myself back and being aware of all this stuff makes me feel really stupid. Um, so I have put my learning, I have put my information to express to family, to people that are close to me, of how this isn't, just some drug experience, and how I'm not just saying that I'm on another drug, because it's not something that has to be done regularly, and it's not addictive. It's less dangerous than alcohol. On and on and on I can go. Um, but it was one experience that opened these doors. Um, and several times a year, uh, to reset things to the default, out of the default mode, out of the programming, out of the depression, out of the anxiety, out of all these things that psilocybin helps helps with. It's becoming more known about, or research is being done. John Hopkins, Cambridge, all of it. Big Pharma is getting interested, because that's what directly repressed um, the psychedelic community, and the uses of psilocybin for depression and anxiety. This substance works the same as SSRIs that they give, and that you have to take daily, sometimes multiple times a day, every day, forever, to get the benefits. One psilocybin experience can cause permanent, everlasting changes out of this depression. Uh, and even in the worst case, it shows improvements over months, with no repeated exposures or other. There is microdosing, which gives the continued benefit. So, with that, and I started listening to Alan Watts. I just started expanding. I started learning all this stuff, all I can. I continue every morning with my learning. And I want to use my story as a spinal cord injury as a base, to show how much my lifestyle cost me, how much drugs and alcohol truly cost me in my life, unable to move or feel from the nipples down forever. And I had to come to a realization in that this is what it is, man. You can't take back what you've done, but you don't have to live in that moment for the rest of your life. And that's another part where, psilocybin, I think, as it opens up your consciousness and all the neural networks that connect and that learn and communicate, gives the ability to help adapt, evolve to the condition, to what I am and what I will cease to exist as, and to make the best of it, man. To continue living life, and not living in what all I could do, what I used to do, what I had, but live with what I have now and learn to appreciate. I've learned to appreciate the things that I do have. My dog, my home, the family, to see these changes, and to feel the pride of seeing them look at me in a different way. Um, and I've been open with my psilocybin uses to all my family. I haven't posted a lot on my Facebook. I'm just starting to recently, because I've had a problem struggling with ego, with identity, with self, worrying about what other people think and what other people view and what other people assume, what blah blah blah. I don't care. I don't care, and there are people out there that want to hear it. And I understand that a lot of people on my list, on my Facebook, this is going on YouTube, so it can expand to more audiences than the people that do judge me, that have seen the mistakes and see me as I said that I would see me. So I can understand a little bit. But I try to post positive things every day. I try to have gratitude every day. I, uh, I have love. I have compassion. I love the world. I want to help. I want to, that's where I'm at. I've got to express these things that I've seen. Help others see, or to give information that other people of like mind that have experienced and do see, something to take into consideration and information, and my life experience, and how you know the drug addiction cost me as much as it did. um, but that's all I had. I had to make this one. Sundays is my usual day. I made another video. I'm evolving this process as I go. I tried to put information out. I tried to put personal experience out, and I try to just put what I have to offer. Um, I feel that I am able to articulate my words in a way that people can maybe see and feel what I feel about the situations, and that motivate them, whether it's motivation, whether it's information, whether whatever it is. But I'm gonna peace out. I'm not promoting anything. I'm not suggesting anything. I just put that out. I appreciate anyone that likes, subscribes, supports, um, and I hope everybody has a lovely day. Give yourself a hug, because we all need love. Peace.